All right, there we go. All right, what's up, guys? YouTube. So, get the camera adjusted here. This is a new channel for me. I do have another channel. I'm not right now. I'm not going to share that other channel. It's okay. You know, it's doing well enough to where I make money on it. But I've started something new. I got into trucking, and so I want to do another trucking channel. So question is, why on earth would someone want to? There's so many trucking channels. Why do I want to start a trucking channel? And why the hell do you want to tune into it? That's a good question. But for me, honestly, it's just because I'm used to YouTube. It's a hobby. I enjoy it. And not only that, but I like to help people. And even though I don't even have my CDL yet, I take my test tomorrow. There's always somebody out there who is further behind than you are, right? There's someone out there who might be watching this video right now who is thinking about getting into trucking. They're doing their research. Let me tell you, the first thing you're doing right is doing research, okay? That's watching YouTube videos. Don't get caught up in watching a bunch of drama, because that's not going to help you. But you are ahead of the curve already by researching, watching YouTube videos about beginning trucking stages, getting into it, all that. Because let me tell you, I went to school. I'm in school right now. Tomorrow's my last day of school. If I pass my CDL test, I'm done with school. I do go into refinement, but I'll get into that later. So anyway, this video is going to be about, I'm going to make a bunch of videos, okay? Because I don't want to give out this gigantic story when I can separate it into multiple videos and start getting this ball rolling. So this video will just be the intro video. We'll just make this one the intro video. My name is Hunter. But like I was saying, when I went into school, nobody, I mean, I probably talked to 15 to 20 people. Nobody watched any YouTube videos. Nobody had a clue what they were doing at all, okay? And matter of fact, actually, some of them, I suggested to them when they were having issues, hey, why don't you jump on YouTube? You're having trouble shifting gears. Well, maybe you can get a different perspective and something will click if you check out some shifting videos on YouTube, right? But before that, nobody watched anything. And I'm the type of person, guys, I've been watching trucking YouTube videos for 4 months now, non-stop, okay? So, and it has helped me so much. It's helped me so much, I feel like I knew a little bit more about certain things than my trainer, than my instructor did, okay? Now, granted, they have more experience than me, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I knew more than them. But there was different things that they were kind of shocked that you know, that they didn't know, or I could just tell they didn't know about certain things because I would ask questions. And I think they were kind of thrown off by some of the questions I was asking. But anyway, I'm the type of person where, hey, I'm the student, I'm coming, I'm learning, I'm going to take all your knowledge, and I'm going to ask a shitload of questions, and I want answers, and I want to get this down, and luckily that's worked out for me. So I'm going to be putting out videos. The videos I'm going to be putting out, because I've been wanting to make videos for the last 4 weeks while I've been in school, but I've been working outside of that. Reason is because they didn't pay for my schooling. But yeah, let's talk about that in this video. What trucking company I went with, why, and what they offered, okay? And I will tell you guys why I didn't go to certain companies like Prime, CR England, blah, 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 okay? The big mega carrier, Schneider, all that stuff. I thought about Schneider, but I didn't think about going to them for my school, okay? So, because here's what happened. I knew I wanted to go into trucking. I said, okay, where can I go? Started looking into it, immediately seen over-the-road companies and said, nope, I'm not doing over-the-road, and I'm not knocking it at all. I've got a family, I've got a wife, I've got a 6-year-old, and I've got a newborn on the way, okay? So I personally do not want to go over the road and be gone for longer than 5 days. I just don't want to do it, you know. I really don't want to be gone at all. I want to be local straight out of the gate, and I think a lot of people, new people out there, do. And I think, you know, some people have their opinions about that. People who've been in the game long enough. But for me, I don't care. I really don't care what an experienced person thinks of me or what my views of trucking is. Which is why I'm starting a channel, and hopefully I find like-minded people. But I wanted to go straight to local, which apparently where I'm at, it's not going to happen, okay? There was one company who did it, and they stopped doing it because of the shutdown, right? So I still went to school during the shutdown. But the place I wanted to go, I couldn't go. Now, I found a company literally 7-minute drive from my house. Boom, straight shot, right? 7 minutes. Pew, pew. I can get on the lot to my driveway. On the lot to my driveway, 7 minutes. I love that, okay? But, and the thing was, I went in there because they advertised local, regional, over the road. And then I go in, talk to the recruiter, and she says, well, really, we're just a regional company. We're out and back. Most of our, see, I'm near Louisville, Kentucky. I'm not in Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm very close to it. She said 99% of their loads are out and back, okay? So she said, technically, just to give you an example, you'll pick up a load within 15 miles from here. You'll take it to Texas. You'll come back. You'll be back, you know, you might leave Sunday night. You'll come back Tuesday night. You can go to your house to do your 10-hour break, come back the following morning, take a load, come back Friday night, do a 34-hour reset, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, so no local. Nope. No OTR, gone for 3 weeks. Nope. Okay, fine. What do I need to do? Well, when I went in there, I'm technically in Indiana. Okay, I told you guys I'm near Louisville, so obviously I'm over the bridge somewhere. Well, so she told me, she said, since you're an Indiana resident, you can go to Work One, which is technically the unemployment career center office, and they will pay for your school. And you won't have an obligation with us. You can get your CDL and go on out. You can stay with us as long as you want as an employee, and you don't owe any money. And I said, now at that time, I was in a hurry, man. I don't like to lollygag. When I got my mind set on something, I want to go. I want to go now. I want to do it now. Excuse me. So I said, okay, well, how long does it take? She says 2 to 3 weeks. Now, granted, the shutdown's going on, guys. So in the middle of this. So before the shutdown happened, I said, okay, fine. I shot over to Work One. I told them I wanted the grant. They made me do a 3-hour online assessment. I had to take pretty much as long as if you have a high school education, you should have no problem passing the test, the assessment test. It's multiple choice. It's on the computer. It takes about 3 hours. You do math, English, blah, 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 right? Then after that, they give you a case manager. You come up with a budget, you show them your bills, you show them your income, you write a small letter saying why you want to go into trucking. You look up 3 schools, you do your research, you answer questions about them, you look up 3 companies, you do your research, you find job positions, you come up with that, you turn all that in, you wait a little bit, and that she looks it over, says, okay, you're good, sends it to her boss calls you, said, hey, you're good to go, we're going to get you your voucher, boom. For me, because shutdown was going on, it took me 3 weeks to get the voucher to say, hey, from the time that I walked in there to the time that I left, 3 weeks. Now, it could happen for you in 2 weeks. I don't know if it could happen less than that, maybe, but you're not going to walk in there and they're going to hand you a voucher. They want you to see, they don't want to hand you it. They want to get to know you. They want to see your lifestyle. They want to know that you will come back in there several times so that they know if we pay for this person's school, they're not just going to go to school one day and leave, right? Because that school is going to get that money. Trust me, guys. They're not going to get, that's not how it works, okay? If they're spending time with a student and he quits, they still want their money. So that's why it's not a quick deal, okay? So I did that. So I got my school paid for, right? And that was that. And so that made it official. I'm going to this school. They're going to have me a job at 40 cents a mile. They're going to have me home, 34-hour reset every weekend, and possibly one maybe more home time, okay, in between, but definitely every weekend. So I said, okay, I will start there. Now, with everything going on, they have about 300 employees. They've got around 300 employees, 300 trucks, give or take, okay? And apparently they had 40 people leave from the beginning of the shutdown till now, because freight got that bad for them over the last couple. But now it's picking up. They're low on drivers, which is good for me because I take my test tomorrow, and once I get my license, I start working for them. I go into training for 4 weeks with a trainer over the road. I do 2 weeks in the city. I do 1 week refinement, very first thing. So tomorrow, if I pass my test, I fill out my paperwork the rest of the day. I go over to refinement for a week, learn how to drop it, pick up a trailer, drop a trailer, 90-degree backing, check, use GPS maps, all that stuff. Use the logbooks and shit like that. So now, trying to think what else I can tell you all about without dragging this out too long. But as of right now, I don't know how long I'll be here. Oh, and by the way, I am a felon, guys. I'm actually a 2-time felon. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in 3 weeks. When I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, I was a party animal. I had a lot of fun. And then I got into some stuff, man. I was dealing drugs and eventually started using them, and it went down a dark road, and I've been sober for 5 years now, okay? So that's all behind me, but I do have a record because of it, okay? So I have on my record 2 controlled substance felony possessions, okay? So at this point, that's not stopped me at all so far. Now, I know there's companies out there that don't hire felons, but I'm willing to bet if you know the right person, know someone who works there, and can get a face-to-face interview, talk with them, it will help your chances a lot. But I'm sure there's places out there that are like no felonies whatsoever. So anyway, I will update you guys about that as we go on. I know a lot of you all probably don't have felonies, but I know some of you all do, so I wanted to say that. I've had no issues at all so far. Now, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to put out another one. I'm going to talk about how I failed my DOT physical, very first thing. I'm going to talk about CDL permit test and the best way to do that, and there's a lot of videos out there like that, and I'm going to tell everybody the best way to get your CDL permit, and I haven't heard anybody else say it, okay? Third is I'm going to talk about school, my first day of school. I'm going to talk about first time getting in the truck, thinking that I don't think I can do this. I'm going to talk about learning how to shift, how I learned how to shift, and my experiences with that. I'm going to talk about other things, right? Trainer, blah, blah, blah. And that will get us caught up to tomorrow, which I will share with you all tomorrow about my CDL test. So, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Have a good one.